So, testing out this ram mount setup. Now I've had cameras set up when I had the Tiger. It was set up before, but what I'm thinking with this one is I can use it for both. So I can sort of basically undo it a little bit, turn it round, do it back up, and have it for front facing as well as facing me on occasion, so you can maybe see my ugly mug and you know, be thankful that we're not twins. So yeah, there we are. And also breaking in my DXR boots. I've been wearing the Danese or sort of bumper boot things for the last few years, and I thought, you know what, let's get myself a pair of boots with a little bit of a heel. Don't need it on this bike, obviously, you know, it's low, but I probably could have done with them on the Tiger. But anyway, there we are. We'll get to where we got to go and go from there. Alright?
Love motorbikes.
Yeah, you like bikes? Do you want to go?
A dad rides one.
He's obviously a man with good taste. Where we are, the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 or 452, depending on your personal preference. Apparently it's named 452 on the logbook. Everyone knows it as a 450, but there we are. So just popped it round here to have a quick look at, away from the dealership. Comes with a main stand as well, which is obviously good for maintenance, etc., especially chain maintenance. So there we are. It does lean over quite a bit, but I'm only short, 29-inch inside leg, 5'6", so and it's okay for me, that's for sure. So already got some dead flies. So yeah, it's a nice looking small capacity bike. 400 horsepower, or 400 up me. Yeah, 40 horsepower and 40 newton meters of torque. So it'll have a bit of grunt, that's for sure. Oh, what's that in there? The tyres look a bit better than what I gave them credit for the other day. You know, the cuts are a bit deep. They're not knobblies. There's Seat, I don't know, never heard of them before, so but they look okay. But for me, I think I'd prefer a set of knobblies on it. Got this little rack on the back. It says maximum load 7 kilograms. I'm sure you can get more than that on there. So yeah, what's not to like? So it had 55. I'm only probably half a mile around the corner from the dealership. 46 miles on this one so far, so it's brand new. Let's take it out for a little spin. Get the old mirrors and things set up, and then we'll head off out into the countryside maybe. Okay. So the bulk of the roads were either in town, really busy, or dual carriageway. Managed to find a little bit. So what can I say? Ergonomics wise, it was different to obviously the bike I got off. So initially, when sitting on it and leaving the dealership, I felt an element of where I'm sort of leant forward a bit, which I got used to pretty quick. I've previously had a CRF 250 a few years back, so I'm looking at it as a similar sort of bike to that. Although I don't remember that pulling me forward as much. Maybe it did, but you can sort of maybe scoot, twist the bars so they come back a little bit, or change the bars to a more enduro type of handlebar. Anyway, so ergonomics were good. The seat height was the main sort of thing for me. At 825, it was closer to where I need to be. The bikes that I had before, the Tiger was 850. The Honda, I think, was also possibly 850. But it had quite a bit of sag on the Honda, so it wasn't too bad. Well, that's it, because I'm heavier than most, than what they're normally designed for, I guess. But the suspension on this one was good. I didn't avoid any sort of, I won't say potholes, but you know, the roads are a bit lumpy bumpy at the moment in the UK, pretty much most places. So I didn't necessarily avoid them in order to see what it's like over, through the bumps. And to be honest, it soaked them up easy enough. Even a few of the old speed bumps just went over, and it was nice, non-jarring, anything like that. So yeah, it's well happy. The 452cc engine pulls well. Even running in, I could get to motorway speeds, sort of 70 mile an hour. It's in the sixth. So yeah, it was. It's obviously better than the 250 I had, and I think it's a little bit more horsepower than the CRF 300. So I think once it's running and you can give it some beans where you need to, then yeah, all's going to be well and good. And remembering that it's a dual sport, it's not an adventure tourer or anything else, so it's not going to win any land speed records. But if it can get you up and down the green lanes, maybe a lot around the Tet without too much drama, got a little bit of grunt there, so I'm sure it's going to be capable. I'm sure of that. It's got twin bash plates on the bottom, so one of them's sort of a plastic bash plate, and then you've got a small section where it's an aluminium bash plate. I believe you can take them out and do it with one. I'm guessing the I'm guessing the reason it's 2 is one is probably there to give you easier access to maybe draining the oil or something like that. There was an element of buffeting when I was along the dual carriageways and things. If you're getting up to sort of 70 mile an hour, the smaller screen's not gonna shield you completely from the wind. I mean, it's also a relatively windy-ish day, but yeah, I'd say that it was sitting me up on the sort of like the shoulders a little bit, top of the chest, and I'm only 5'6", so if you're taller, it's going to maybe hit you a little bit further down. I'd probably recommend getting the touring screen because it's that far in front. The touring screen probably wouldn't be an issue even if you're going off road on it. So, but it would give you a lot more comfort and protection along the road. Issues with the old GoPro there, and I turned it back on. So, just around the corner from the dealership, Pop just filled it up. Done 85 miles now. And so I've only done 30 mile on it, which is fine. It was right. It was 8:37 to fill it up. We've done 85 miles for 8:37, so it's just under 10 pence a mile, which is probably not too sad. And obviously it was dual carriageways, things like this, so you could say that it was definitely going up through the revs a little bit. How that would compare if you was taking it through down the green lanes, you might go a little bit slower, but then you may be in a lower gear, so difficult to say what sort of that would give you. Mileage wise, but first impressions, it was I felt like the handlebars were like a little bit forward, and I was being pulled forward, but then I've got to compare it to what I've been riding, which is obviously the Speedmaster, which is more of a cruiser style, swept back handlebars, so it's obvious that the thing's going to feel a little bit further forward anyway. I feel comfortable on it now. Doesn't feel out of place. Possibly twist the handlebars back a little bit towards me. Obviously not being an orangutan, I probably don't need them that far forward. Am I happy with it? Yeah, I think it's a good little bike. Brakes are good. Not too much dive as well, which is always a good thing. Picks up quite well. Obviously you need it to be going at probably like 3,000 to 4,000 revs. So you're on the sort of on the boil then. You can sort of twist it and get away quite quick. If you're in too high a gear and on lower revs, I mean I'm on 3,000 revs at the moment, picks up straight away. So, but if you was in maybe dealership. Or the AA around. I don't know what that's for. Alcoholics Anonymous in a big yellow van. Yeah, it's a thumbs up from me. So thank you to A&M Motorcycles for allowing me to take the bike out on a test ride. This was the non-tubeless wheels. Basically, you've got tubeless on the white version, which is then 6,250, and on the black version is 6,300. I have been advised also that the initial bikes that are coming to the UK will not have, the black version will not have the gold wheels on it. It will have black wheels for the tubeless, which is a bit of a gay thing, really, because if you've got the black one, ideally you want gold wheels. Obviously, it's that look to go with the paint job. So there we are. You can cope with black wheels on a white bike because you're not expecting gold wheels on a white bike. Wouldn't it clash? Wouldn't it? Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and see you on the next one.